Good morning, brewers. Today's video is going to be another in the introductory to the brewery series. This one's going to be about the control panel here. Made it all myself, but very much inspired by the likes of Harry Brew and sort of the Electric Brewery with their instructions online. If you've already seen the first part, you'd have seen the stainless part of the kit, and this is where it's all controlled. So 3 feeds to the controller, so 1 independent power, so that enables us to power up the control unit independently of the 2 supplies that feed the elements. So, key operated on off switch at the top here, key always stays in it. Voltage and current display, which I'll come and talk to you about later. I find that very useful. Emergency stop. HLT control. So we've got a light to indicate the elements on. Temperature control, set point, actual temperature. And then the elements off or on, so I can isolate the element. Timer in the middle, controlled timer which links to the alarm, and controlled here. So as you can see, it's on a basic countdown from 60 minutes, so I can reset the timer back to 60 minutes. When the 60 minutes is up, the timer will go off, and so will the alarm, and then I can hit that to mute to stop it. Same with the kettle, element on light, temperature control, and element off on. Now I do have some water in the kettle, so I can turn this on. But what I'll do first is I'll turn on the isolating switch here for the kettle. So that is now, we're now live with power for the kettle. So we can see we're set at 106 degrees, currently at 5. And it's calling for an outlet. It's calling for power. So if we turn the element on, we should see this light come on, but we don't. So we had a little bit of a problem there. The actual power was off at the breaker. That was intentional. I did switch it off myself, so nothing to worry about. So back to where we were. Set point 106, actual temperature 6, calling for an output. Nothing there yet. Element on, off, turn it on. You see we'll light up. We've got 10 amps of current as well. So the 2 things that are telling me that that's working is element on, and we're drawing 10 amps. So I know that it's actually pulling the current, so it's actually working. There's no problem with the element. The whole system is working correctly. It's not just the light coming on. We've actually got current being drawn. So I'll just turn that off. Further on down here, we've got a couple of switches that control the HLT pump, which is there. And then we've got another switch that controls the kettle pump, which is there. There is some water in the kettle pump, so I can turn that on. As you can probably hear that kick in. And green light comes on. Everything seems to be working. Alright, okay. So let's turn the element on, get that heating up, because we know we've got some water in there. Got a bit of emergency. Hit the emergency stop. Current goes off, no element. Reset the emergency stop, hit it again, goes off. I recommend anyone put that in. Anything goes wrong, you know, you can just hit that sucker and everything's off. Another safety feature that I've built in is accidentally turning it on with, not accidentally, to cover in case I accidentally either leave a pump on or an element on. So let me just demonstrate what that is. So We're coming in the morning, we've left the pump on for whatever reason. Who knows where the pipes are? What could happen if the pump comes on when you're not next to it? So if I turn the system on, we've got an alarm. Pump isn't coming on and it's screaming at me saying there's something wrong. So until I turn the pump off, then it starts up again. Same thing with the elements. If the element is accidentally left on, if the element's left on with no water in the pot, it's going to burn out and cause a whole bunch of trouble. Same thing. Turn the system on, no current, no light, and we've got an alarm. So until we turn that off, it won't work. Just another little safety feature. I don't think it was my idea. I think I got it off somebody else. But that just stops me making silly mistakes, which I'm likely to do. So that's a short introduction into the brewery panel. I think we might look at the fermenters next. Stay tuned for part 3. See ya!